I am horrible at talking. See, I'm far away from the mic right now. Now I'm a little closer. Um, my name is Spliff Peso. My current alias is Spliff Peso. I've been rolling with that for the past 3 years, 4 years. I've been hands-on with music production, the audio engineering side of it, since 2008 professionally. And I say that in like a quotey thing because, I'd never actually been in a professional studio since I got out of college for it in Full Sail in 2008, the summer of 2008. I've always loved music as a hobby. That's why I'm expecting no one to listen to this, because I'm not going to promote it. I'm just putting this out for, I guess, people who creepily hear this in the future. If I'm dead and for some reason I pop off for some reason while helping local artist, or if some rapper just raps on one of my hundreds and hundreds of beats I've produced on posted on SoundClick or SoundCloud or Bandcamp or YouTube, under many aliases. I've been doing this. I've been posting it publicly since like 2004. I just do this for the love of it. It's been rough since I got out of Full Sail, because I did all the cool studio stuff. I got all those classes out of the way. Then I had to do math and English and science and all that, and I really did fuck off. I don't know if I use that right or if I said it right. It sounds funny, like I told you to fuck off, who was ever listening to this, which is me listening back to it. When I got out of Full Sail, I hopped back. After struggling, my parents took me back on love, and they housed me basically like a bum from me just doing odd ends. They stuck by, and all the meanwhile, my depression got deeper, and I remember it took a few years, but all the while my dad, he's ex-Navy, so he convinced me to do some military stuff. I went to the military, did my 4, I got out recently, last year, 2017, and I've been trying to get more active online, but I just don't know how to. Honestly, I was big online, I was really big on following trends and making YouTube videos, and actually I was one of the original YouTube partners back in 2010, 2011. Not one of the first, but I was one of. It was like an exclusive club where not a lot of people, unless you were in the know, knew how to make money from YouTube. But I've been doing this internet stuff for a minute. Taxes and shit, paying into the money that I received back in 2011, 2012 were my heavy years with music. And you would have been able to find a lot of my content back in the day. A lot of it that's left over under my Spliff Peso alias is my What's the Sample YouTube series that nobody got at the time, but apparently if I look back at the channel, I have thousands. On my least viewed video on What's the Sample, it's probably 2,000 views, 1,000 views, and my highest one is probably in the double-digit thousands. I've always been struggling with depression, but it got bad in the military. I'll get into a future story more, I guess, in the future. Just, I guess for a diary, this is going to be a diary. What if I suffer from dementia or get hit in the head? And then, I don't know. I guess I'm just putting this to document my life, because I always struggle with existential dread. Sorry for saying that weird, but I suffer from horrible anxiety. So I just want to get content out there. Just to show you, I'm going to show you a quick 10 seconds, 20 seconds of a beat that I'm working on. So here.
Get the gun, Reaper. Okay, now hold on to the guy. Hold on to him. Hold on.
yeah, like I do this for the love of the art. Um, a lot of people say I'm good. I don't believe that I'm that good because I've been doing this for a long time. It goes back to really in 2004, like when my dad did get me that MPC, and honestly, I've always been interested in the production of music. I've always been interested, but seeing the movie Hustle and Flow really got me into uh, the mindset that I could do this myself. And it was back in 2004 when the movie came out. So take in mind that this was before Soldier Boy, and we could see what the internet and what you could do with it. Like I remember seeing B.O.B. on the come up before Soldier Boy and stuff, like before then, and he you'd always have a sense that when it came to recording music or producing music, that you would have to have way more than an MPC, and even an MPC at the lowest cost, you're looking at a few $100s at an actual MPC. Um, so when I seen Hustle and Flow, and I seen that it was an MPC hooked up to a laptop somehow, and they had a keyboard hooked up to a laptop somehow, I looked at my setup, and I didn't have a laptop, but I had a computer. What is it? I just had a home computer with a MPC already. So I was inspired to go to my library, which I did, and I looked up how to connect my MPC to my computer and what program I should use to produce music. And at first, I went to Best Buy, and I remember you used to be able, I don't know if it's still available, but they used to sell MIDI keyboards, and with it came a very, very cheap free software. Can't the name really escapes me right now, but I think it was called Sessions. It was actually called Sessions, and I think it was an Ableton thing. Like Ableton had a agreement, I guess, or they had like a side or a smaller company to handle. I don't even know how to say it, but it looked like it was an offshoot of Ableton, and it was a free DAW, a free digital audio workstation. It sounds weird to say DAW. It was a free DAW. It was a free DAW. God damn it. It was free software that I could use with the MIDI piano. But the only thing with that is that I did it. YouTube wasn't big at the time when I started making music, so it didn't exist at the time when I started trying to make music. So finding all this information, like hooking up my MPC to that software, was very, very hard, and yeah, I wasn't able to do that. So for about a good year, it took me a while to even learn what software I needed to get and use to use my $500. I think it was a lot of money. It was like almost 800. It was almost a grand to get that MPC. So yeah, but like I said, I was doing the MPC stuff. I would bring my MPC to school. It was Hustle and Flow that inspired me. It made me see that I did not have to shell out like hundreds and hundreds of dollars to go to a professional studio just to learn, or it made me more. It made it seem possible, and it was really cool to see. Even though it was a movie, it was really cool to see that they could just set something up on a budget, technically a budget, in their house and record a radio ready songs, like a radio ready demo tape. Even though I think demo, anyway, I'm using that wrong, but you know what I'm saying. He heard his song on the radio. It was the shit he recorded in his room, in one of the rooms in his house. So that really did inspire me. the stuff I was working on was like a Dell PC, really really slow software. I remember it was called Sessions, and it might be Ableton. I'm thinking I remember it was like Cubase. It was something. It was the people who do Cubase or something, and they had that Sessions, and it was the free software that came on a CD. And I wasn't able to. I didn't feel like I had that freedom with music until I was enrolled in Full Sail in 2008 and got my hands on my first Apple device, which was a MacBook Pro. It was a big one. It was like a 15-inch screen, 17-inch MacBook Pro, that they give you upon entering Full Sail. And I got to work on GarageBand the first day, and literally one of the first days in one of the classes was us going through the process of downloading Logic Pro X and Final Cut Pro, because it used to be on CDs. Like, I don't know if the App Store was, I don't even know. I was really, but I remember, and I still have the big box that it came with, with all the CDs that I had to download individually to download Logic Pro X. Anyway, or not Logic Pro X, it was Logic Pro in 2000. I don't even know. It was Logic Pro 10 or 9 or whatever it was back in the day. Ugh, sorry, I got heartburn. But yeah, I'm sorry for that. That's probably scared you, me yelling yeah. But when I got into Logic Pro, I learned how to use so much within it. And in GarageBand, they're basically the same things, same hotkeys and everything. So I was able to experiment. I found out personally, and I haven't even looked into it, but personally I found out that I love Logic, or not Logic, the one aspect of using Logic Pro and GarageBand, we had an assignment where we had to make like trailers, fake trailers to change the mood of a movie, or the one project I remember is we were used the what's that movie called? Ghostbusters. Why did I even have to think about that? I hate myself. But we had to redo the scene in Ghostbusters where that Mr. Fluff marshmallow guy was walking down the street, and we just had to redo the whole sound for the scene, like the cars crashing, the people running, the footsteps, the Mr. Big Marshmallow thing walking, the roars, the voiceovers, the dubs, and I found out that I love doing that type of stuff, and it expanded my grasp of how big the industry is and how many different aspects of the media have heavily, it's like an integral part. That's heavily depends. It's like an integral part in making any content nowadays. You have to have good audio, and I'm sorry for this audio if you are actually listening, because this is on a $30 mic that I got from Amazon with an Amazon XLR cable into a audio box 69. I think it's 69. I hope it was 69. I didn't say some weird shit. 96. It was 96. I'm sorry for that. With an audio jack input. It's so this is really on a budget. I gave my little cousin my good mic because he's actually trying to be a rapper. I'm just trying to make beats, and I guess I'll have to get a mic in the future, but it felt good to help him out. His music is Young Amaru on anything. Soon his music will, I don't know why I sounded like that. Soon his music will be on Spotify and Tidal and Amazon and Google Music and Deezer, however you say that, all that. If you want to look up my music, I got my music on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Tidal. I'm already on there. I at least have 2 songs on there with me doing a spoken word rap type of thing, because I don't rap, but I'm very influenced spy rap, of course, because I'm a producer and I love that genre, and that's basically my main um it's like my main niche. Um I think this is getting on the long side though. I think I'm almost 15 minutes long on this. That's so I guess I'm gonna make another video here in a minute. Or video. God damn, I'm stupid. I'm gonna make another audio project here in a minute and try to release more stuff because I'm I'm egotistical. I guess I don't even know the right word, but I just want to get my voice out there because my anxiety makes me feel like I'm alone. So even if no one listens to this, the fact that my voice is even out there, it feels like a piece of me would, like, keep. It's like a piece of me that's like out there that'll only be gone once the platform that I post this on is gone,